Hello, this is Hooked by Happenstance, and I'm Kendra, and it is Sunday, which means it's time for my Sunday sunrise. If you are new around here, my Sunday sunrise is my solution to New Year's resolutions, where rather than making a bunch of goals in January that I was unlikely to follow through on, I am surrounded by cats, and I make goals every week, and I come back on Sundays and tell you how I've been doing with the goals from the last week. And I usually try and make a few for the coming week and see if I can do those. So, as you may notice, we are in a different location, a new location, a location that did not previously exist for me to even film in, even if I'd wanted to. Because this is the finished side of the parlor as it is. This is the couch that's here for now. It will eventually change out, but for now, it's doing just fine. I can sit on it. Wall is done being painted, and the floor underneath you is refinished. So, this last week, let's shed some light on the week past, shall we? And yes, it is like really super late, and I'm drinking soda out of a wine glass because the wine glass was clean. Most of the dishes were dirty. I have since fixed that, but I wanted some soda, and it's making my night, so we're gonna go with it. RC, by the way, which is currently my favorite soda. Anyways, shedding light on the past week. My goal for this last week was simply the fair countdown. If you may remember from last week, I wrote fair countdown and the number of days that I had. And I've been crossing them off every day this week. Some days I can even remember what day it actually is and cross off the appropriate days. Other days, I forget what day it is and think I have more time, and then my family is very quick to remind me that I am wrong, and I do not. But we are now down to 2 days left to get my fair projects done. Everything for open class at the fair is due by like early evening on Tuesday. And I think that I am in good shape. I had originally planned on entering 19 items, or that's what was on my original list. I think it's going to be somewhere between 13 and 14, depending on if I kind of finish some of the things I'm working on. But I'm not stressing. I'm okay with that. I finished some really large projects this week. Both in my crafty life and my home life. And it's been a really bad week on top of it. So, you know. As far as finishing big projects, I finished some big things on the crochet front, which you will see when I get around to filming a podcast. And we have finished our remodel, basically. All that's left is some shelves that are painted, and then we can move everything back in. But there is now floor, walls are done and painted, cabinetry is all in for our built-in entertainment center. It's like done. So that's really nice. And it will be particularly nice when everything is moved back in. On a lifey front, I'm just having a really, really crappy week, which happens. My dad is arriving on Friday. He is going to be staying with us for a number of weeks. In August, my mom's ashes, or well, a portion of my mom's ashes, are being scattered here on the farm, which is going to lead to a big family. I'm not supposed to say it's a third funeral, but third funeral that's happening. I skipped out on funeral number 2 that happened a couple weeks ago in Hawaii, but yeah, so that's a thing, and it's stressful, and yeah, life has been less than ideal on the familial front, but our house is done and my immediate family is all good, so that's nice. Okay, so coming week and what I'm going to work on. Hopefully, I'm going to work on having a better week. That'd be great. I have posted nothing since the last Sunday sunrise, and I feel quite terrible about that. Especially since I recently started a Patreon page, and there are 11 of you who are so kindly supporting me monthly to make these videos, and then I just, you know, have a week where I literally want to just crawl in a hole and be buried, and that's not happening. So I'm going to pull myself out of said hole and make some more videos this week. I filmed a wee bit of things for those let Peachlet pick my fair project videos that will be coming out in the coming weeks. But to be honest, there really has not been very much filming this week because every time I put off filming till it's a good quiet, volume in the house, like not with the dishwasher running like it is right now. Something happens right before that either stresses me out or makes me upset or whatever, and angry and or crying and or cursing Kendra are not good looks for y'all, right? But I do really appreciate the people that are supporting me on Patreon and the fact that none of you have jumped ship yet. I was real worried. I have checked the page a lot of times this week going, oh no. Oh, that is one thing that I'm planning on doing this week. I remember. I will be mailing out Patreon, Peachlet, pen pal, postcard things. I mean, Peachlet will, not me, right? Because she wants to do that. But she will make sure that I facilitate the walking it down to the place where it gets mailed. We'll be working on those this week. So if you are a patron who was charged your Patreon donation or what have you for July, you will be getting a postcard. The people who have signed up since that time, you will be getting one in the August batch. That's how I'm just going to work it is, you have access immediately to the patron-only pattern, and then the other things that I have to actually physically make happen, they will come the month after your build. Because if you didn't know, I guess I should probably say some more about this. People don't really know how Patreon works for a lot of people. You sign up to be a patron, and then you are not billed until the first of the month. And they only bill once a month. So if you sign up on the second or third of a month, you won't be billed till the first of that next month. So there's like a lag, which I think is actually better overall. They tried changing it a few months ago for a small bit of time, and people got real upset, and so they've changed it back. So you sign up, and then you won't be charged until the first of the month, and then the first of the month every month thereafter, so long as you want to help support creators in your life. And I guess I should also mention what Patreon is, because I have been asked. Basically, what Patreon is a funding platform that allows you to directly help financially support creators who are creating content you enjoy and would like to help in that process. And you benefit as well because there are perks available which provide you with some cool things. In my case, at $2, you have access to the free patron-only Inspiritment pattern for the shawl, which is on the shawl of the Schwall of Fame, and your name goes on there. So when I film videos in my office, you'll pop up in both the daily vlogs and the videos here at Hooked by Happenstance. There is also a $5 level where Peachlet and I will craft you and mail you a monthly postcard. There is a Happenstance hangout where you can do a video chat with me, and Peachlet will probably come too. And then there is also a wordsmith where I will let you pick a word, and then I'll make a crafty related video to that word. So those are kind of what's going on Patreon. In addition to sending out those postcards I mentioned earlier, for the channel here, I would like to get some more content out this week regarding the fair, or at least film the content. I had thought about trying to live stream from the fair or something, but I think that with the number of kids around and things, it's just going to be too much. So I'll probably film, that way I can edit around people and personal information of other people. I'm not upset if my name gets out there and stuff. I know some people are really weird about that, which is fine. I totally get that. But since I have a business and stuff, that part exists in the world. But there's a lot of minors and things around, and I have feelings about kids, my kids and other people's kids being in videos on YouTube. So, yeah. I will film some stuff at the fair, though, to share with you. And then, obviously, there will be a podcast coming out, hopefully soon, in the next day or two, that will cover some of those huge projects that I finished, the endless projects. And, I also plan to finish editing, I think it is the last of the Flash My Stash, yarn videos. I think it's the last one. There might be one after, but I think it's almost at the end of that. So I need to sit down and edit it though. And now that I have finished most of my fair projects, I have a little bit more time. Even though I'm still helping my kids with theirs, there's a lot of like me just sitting there while they're doing things because I try to be hands off, but what's the right term? Like, I won't do their project for them, but I am there to consult. Yes, I'm a consultant. So, which is a silly, silly word. My dad was a financial systems consultant most of my life, and so people, you know, would ask, like, what do your parents do? And so I tell them, and they would look at me like, what on earth does your dad do? And so my response was always, my dad fixes problems for people that they can't fix for themselves. And he does it in insurance finance, which is also, like, how do you explain that to people? Anyways, I consult. Okay, I'm gonna go and consult my computer to get this edited and get it all up for you. I know, it's all over the place. I'm all over the place. I promise I really will be less scatterbrained here soon. Promise myself. Promise? Maybe. We'll see. I have, because I make no promises. And I really have no good advice for you this week other than just keep plugging away. Just follow Dory's advice. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. But I hate swimming. I really don't like swimming. I don't like being in open water. I almost drowned in a pool when I was 2. That's a random thing. But yeah, I don't like swimming or being in water. But just keep swimming in the metaphorical sense, not the literal sense. And I will see you all later this week in some capacity, in some place. That I promise. Talk to you all next time. Bye!